Imagine waking up one morning and realizing your body feels younger than it did the day before. Not because of a new medication, not because of a supplement, because you gave your cells permission to repair themselves. Now, picture this. Just one simple drink taken first thing in the morning, quietly activating the very processes that help your body clean out damaged cells, wake up sluggish metabolism, and even stimulate your own stem cell renewal. For 7 days, the body begins shifting from store fat to burn fat, from slow and tired to alive again. It sounds unbelievable, especially after 60, when energy slows and stubborn weight sticks around like an unwanted guest. But the science behind this drink and the fasting window paired with it isn't fantasy. It's real, measurable biology. And in today's story-driven lesson, we'll explore how it works and how you can begin tapping into these cellular switches yourself. Let me start by helping you understand what actually happens inside the body as we age and why activating these hidden systems is so powerful. You see, by the time we reach our 60s, 70s, or beyond, our cells have been through decades of exposure. Metabolic stress from years of eating patterns, insulin spikes from sugary meals, inflammation from chronic stress, oxidative damage from simply living and breathing. It all adds up. Think of your stem cells as the body's repair crew. When you're young, they're energetic and responsive, quickly fixing damage and keeping tissues fresh. But over time, especially after age 40, and certainly by 65 and beyond, these repair workers start to slow down. They don't respond as quickly. They become less efficient. The fat-burning machinery inside your cells, those tiny powerhouses called mitochondria, they become sluggish too. Your body becomes less sensitive to insulin, which means it's harder to keep blood sugar stable and easier to store fat, especially around the middle. Here's what frustrates so many people. You eat less than you used to. Maybe you're more careful about what goes on your plate, but the weight doesn't budge. Your energy feels lower. Recovery from even simple activities takes longer. And it's not your fault. These shifts happen because the cellular cleanup and regeneration processes naturally weaken with age. Your body starts sliding into what I call survival mode. Holding on to fat instead of releasing it, conserving energy instead of burning it freely. But here's where the story changes, and I want you to really hear this. The body still holds remarkable potential. Even in your 60s, 70s, 80s, those dormant systems can wake up again with the right triggers. So, what are these triggers? What are these cellular processes we're trying to activate? Let me walk you through two of the most powerful ones. The first is called autophagy. Now, don't let the term intimidate you. Think of autophagy as your body's cleanup mode. It's a natural system where damaged parts of cells, old worn-out components, proteins that aren't working right anymore, all get recycled. Imagine a team of tiny recycling workers going through your cells, picking up the junk, breaking it down, and using those raw materials to build fresh, healthy structures. When autophagy is working well, your mitochondria, those energy factories, function better. Your cells become more sensitive to insulin, which means your blood sugar stabilizes and fat becomes easier to mobilize and burn for fuel. Research tracking fasting in people has shown that when cells accumulate damage, their energy production drops, insulin sensitivity weakens, and fat cells become sticky, meaning it's harder to pull fat out for energy. By activating autophagy, you clean the system, making way for renewed function. The second process is stem cell renewal. Remember those repair workers we talked about. Stem cells are your body's internal repair network. When triggered correctly, they can multiply and help regenerate tissues. As we age, they become less capable. But studies with both humans and animals have found something extraordinary. Cycles of extended fasting followed by eating again can lower certain immune cell counts temporarily, then trigger stem cell regeneration of fresh immune cells. Researchers working with older blood stem cells found that after a day-long fast followed by refeeding, the regenerative capacity of those older stem cells improved dramatically, nearly matching the function of young ones. Think about that for a moment. The drink protocol we're about to explore builds on this mechanism. You're not taking stem cells from the outside. You're awakening your internal repair system. Now, when your cells have powerful, fresh mitochondria, they can burn fat, especially that deeper visceral fat around your organs. Insulin sensitivity improves. Metabolic flexibility returns. Autophagy clears out the damaged mitochondria through a process scientists call memphagy, mitochondrial cleanup. Then stem cells help generate new ones. The compounds in this drink, which we'll cover in just a moment, help activate upstream signals in your body. Biological switches that support this mitochondrial renewal and fat burning. Here's why this matters so much for fat loss, especially after 60. A lot of the fat sitting on your body, particularly if you've noticed it creeping on over the years, sits there because the body is in survival mode. Insulin resistance creeps in quietly. Mitochondria are tired. Stem cells are less active. By resetting the system, you shift from store fat and weight to mobilize fat and regenerate. That's why people start noticing more definition. A slimmer waist, visible changes within a week. The cellular machinery begins shifting. So let's talk about what's actually inside this drink because each ingredient was chosen for how it helps push these cellular buttons. The foundation is polyphenols. These are natural compounds found in certain plants, and the key ones here are quetin, resveratrol, and curcumin. Multiple studies have shown that polyphenols can regulate autophagy. For example, research published in recent years discusses how polyphenols such as quercetin, resveratrol, and curcumin possess autophagy-inducing properties. Another review indicates that natural polyphenols trigger autophagy, and in some cases, even autophagy-mediated cleanup in damaged cells. Human trials with resveratrol, for instance, showed improvements in insulin sensitivity, vascular markers, and other health indicators. So, including the right polyphenol-rich ingredients in a morning drink can help stimulate autophagy, mitochondrial renewal, and create the right environment for stem cell activity. Now, the centerpiece of this drink is high-quality extra virgin olive oil, about 1 teaspoon. And I want to emphasize high quality here because a lot of olive oil on store shelves isn't what it claims to be. Some has gone rancid. Some is cut with cheap seed oils. When you get the right olive oil, it's loaded with powerful polyphenols that assist your body's healing capabilities. Think of it as liquid gold for your cells. Next, you add about a tablespoon of high-quality collagen peptide powder. This provides amino acids that support tissue repair. Your body needs these building blocks, especially when stem cells are being activated to regenerate tissues. Then comes half a teaspoon of turmeric extract. Turmeric contains curcumin, one of those polyphenols we just talked about, known for supporting cellular cleanup. Add about a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, which helps with blood sugar regulation and insulin sensitivity. then half a teaspoon of quercetin-rich extract, another autophagy activator, and finally, a pinch of high-quality sea salt to provide trace minerals your cells need. You mix all of this together in 12 to 16 ounces of high-quality water, either reverse osmosis or natural spring water, warm or room temperature. Stir it well and consume it within 10 minutes of waking before any breakfast or snack. Now, here's where timing becomes absolutely critical. After drinking this first thing in the morning, you wait at least 30 to 45 minutes before having your first meal or even your coffee. If you want to delay your first meal until lunchtime, that's even better. You're extending the benefits by staying in that fasted state a bit longer. The drink won't break your fast in a way that stops autophagy, but eating a full meal will. So the timing creates a window where your body stays in repair mode while getting targeted support from these compounds. I want you to do this for 7 days in a row. You might want to extend longer once you feel the results, and you probably will because of how great you'll feel, but give it at least 7 days. Now, there are a few simple habits that dramatically amplify these results. First, combine this with light movement. Drink this and then go for a walk, even just 15 or 20 minutes. Movement helps signal to your body that you're not in starvation mode, you're in activation mode. Second, make sure you're getting quality sleep somewhere between 7 and 9 hours each night. Sleep is when a lot of cellular repair actually happens. And third, hydrate throughout the day with high-quality water and minerals. Your cells need water to function optimally, especially during cleanup processes. But just as important as what boosts the effects, you need to know what can quietly undo all the benefits. And this part surprises people. The biggest blocker is seed oils. Canola oil, which they call rapeseed oil in some countries, corn oil, cottonseed oil, sunflower oil, soybean oil, safflower oil, grapeseed oil. These oils promote inflammation in the body, which interferes with the autophagy and regeneration cycle we're trying to activate. They're hidden in most processed foods, salad dressings, restaurant meals. You want to avoid them completely. Instead, consume healthy fats the rest of the day. Olive oil, as we mentioned, avocado oil, real butter, ghee, beef tallow, coconut oil. These fats support autophagy rather than blocking it. Also, avoid artificial sweeteners or sugary drinks right after your morning drink. They trigger insulin spikes which blunt fat mobility and interfere with the fasted signaling window we're creating. Avoid heavy refined carbohydrates, especially as your first meal. White bread, pastries, sugary cereals. They'll spike your blood sugar and shut down the fat burning processes and minimize excessive alcohol and smoking, both of which create oxidative stress that works against cellular renewal. So, what will you actually feel during these 7 days? Let me walk you through the timeline that people commonly notice. Day 1, you drink it upon waking. You'll feel the novelty of it. Maybe a mild alertness. Nothing dramatic yet, but you're starting the process. Day 2, you might notice slight hunger suppression. Your belly feels a little flatter. The compounds are beginning to signal your body differently. Day 3, more mental focus, clearer thinking. Your brain thrives when cells are being cleaned up and energy production improves. Day 4 is where people often notice fat loss picking up. The cellular machinery is shifting into gear now. Day 5, many people report deeper, more restorative sleep. Your body is repairing more efficiently. Day 6, your waist begins to slim noticeably, clothes fit differently, and by day 7, energy lifts, and some people see visible definition or measurable fat loss. You'll probably feel inspired to keep doing this for longer. And here's what I want you to really understand. Even those who start later in life in their 60s, 70s, 80s can still experience meaningful improvement in energy, metabolic health, and overall vitality. The body may age, but its capacity for renewal is never gone. So let me bring everything together. This simple morning drink works by awakening hidden biological systems that often go quiet with age. Autophagy, mitochondrial refresh, and even stem cell renewal, combined with a short fasting window and supportive habits, it gives the body the chance to shift from storing fat to releasing it, from slowing down to rebuilding from the inside out. Your body is still incredibly intelligent, still capable, still holding potential you may have thought was lost. This drink is simply giving it permission to do what it already knows how to do. If today's lesson opened your eyes to how powerful your body still is and how a simple morning drink can help regrow stem cell activity and melt stubborn fat, then I'd love to have you stay connected. Go ahead and like this video. Subscribe so you don't miss the next science-backed guide, and leave a comment sharing where you're starting from. Your story might be the encouragement someone else needs to begin their own 7-day transformation. Let's keep exploring the incredible potential inside your body, one morning at a